Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Here with Tom from Celestial Sanctuary. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to The Razor's Edge.
Pleasure to be here.
Today.
Thank you for having me.
So you were the first band on the Church Road stage. How did it go?
Honestly, way better than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's always really daunting to be the first band on. We're very used to it at this point. We've done it so many times, but you just never know, are people going to get in the door on time or whatever. So, I mean, to sort of turn around and just see the room just getting more and more full as we played, it was a good start. And then obviously the sound was really good on stage. So yeah, I mean, it's one of my favourite shows we played, to be honest, and it felt like it went really well.
And it's not bad for a band that's been going only 3 years.
Not bad at all, no. Yeah, I have to pinch myself sometimes. The opportunities we've been afforded is pretty wild, and to be at a festival like this, we don't take any of it for granted, and it's always just a joy. We're just trying to enjoy as much of it as we can.
And you actually seemed genuinely surprised how many people had heard of your new album.
Yeah, of course. I'll be honest, the shows that we played recently, so we played with Hell Ripper at the Black Heart,
yeah,
and it's only 150 cap room, and when I asked that same question, it was just silence, tumbleweed. So it's I was kind of expecting that tonight, and luckily people have heard of us and heard of the album, so nice surprise.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You put a tweet out the other day saying that it's the last time you'll be playing a bulk of songs off Soul Diminished. Any reason why?
Just because we want to focus on pushing the new album. We've been playing this set since the start of this year.
Okay.
And I think bands should always be changing it up for those people that have seen you numerous times. We don't want to be playing the same thing over and over again. If people are paying money to come and see us, we want to try and give them a new experience every so often.
Okay.
So that's the thinking behind it.
And how do you pick which songs to play off the new album, sort of thing? How do you?
To be honest, whichever ones I can play guitar and sing at the same time.
Fair enough.
yeah, that as simple as that.
So obviously you got your new album, Insatiable Thirst for Torment, which I think is very, very good.
Thank you very much.
Really like it.
Appreciate that.
How proud are you of the album?
So proud. It's one that, I mean, with the first album, that was cool. It was the first big project that we worked on, and that was satisfying to get it out. But as soon as we got that out, it's just right, what's the next one going to be? So I mean, that shows you how long we've been thinking about this one. We started working on it straight away, and to see how much it came, how well it came together, and the response has matched that is just, we couldn't ask for any more, really. So super proud of that.
Because it certainly seems to have been well received in the press, and I obviously saw it on Twitter with loads of people going a bit crazy for it. So
yeah, it certainly seems that way. I mean, we get a lot of nice words. This is the first time I've ever released music where people come up to you after you've sound checked and just said oh, the new album's fucking amazing, by the way. And this it's so nice. It's just sick, and that's I guess that's a marker of an album that we should be proud of.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Very, very true. And your writing process, is it structured or is it quite broken, fractured? How does it work between you as a band?
So the first one was not structured at all. I keep saying and you're probably not going to expect that Eddie Vedder's mentality was kind of a big influence on me, because he would never spend I think I saw an interview and he said I never spend more than a day on a song, and that's kind of the mentality we took with the first one. Whereas this time round it was how can we get those marginal gains to make this this bit just pop that little bit better.
Yeah.
So it's very regimented, and it's very analytical about every bit. So I think it's cool to have a balance and see both sides of how to write music, and I think I very much prefer this approach we took this time around.
And does everyone in the band get an input, or is it just you that are the main?
I mean, it's mainly I basically start the core of the song, and then the other guys will add their bits to it. So it's I can write a bit that's got a really basic or I won't say basic. Sometimes I overcomplicate the drums for our drummer, and he hates me for it. But a lot of the time he'll bring much better ideas, and it always evolves as we play it live as well. So we started playing Glutted with Chunder and Trapped Within the Rank Membrane
very good
this
songs,
time last year. Yeah,
very
thank you
good
very
songs.
much. And so he's added his flair to it. So it's very much about without wrestling control from each other. It's more about adding our strengths to each song.
Yeah, excellent. So next year you've got a tour with Fuming Mouth.
Yeah.
And you're actually playing in my favourite venue in Manchester, the Star and Garter. So hopefully I'll be there for that one. How excited are you about that tour?
So excited. Like, I'm just excited to get back out on the road and like play consecutive dates again. Like, I love it. Like, we all love it. We'll get along really well as a band. Like, and I think that's quite a rare thing. It's a good start. Yeah. But as well to be doing it with Fuming Mouth, like a band that we've all really liked for like a few years now. It's just like, it's so exciting, and to play the Star and Garter again, like we're really excited about that in particular, and getting to Bristol, because like we play a lot of like one-off shows, and it's like that usually for us that usually means like Norwich or like somewhere in the Midlands. So to get like further up north or further down south is the most exciting thing.
So
really.
You can start spreading the word a lot more about what you're doing. But things like this do the exposure, don't they? So people will then come and see you on that tour.
Yeah.
Excellent. So how did that tour come about? Did they make you the offer? How did it?
So we actually share the same booking agent, Eddie, who's like a really good friend of mine. I've known him since we were essentially like kids.
Right. Okay.
So we've like sort of come up together, and Eddie was sort of like, "Oh, like, do you want to tour with Fuming Mouth?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, like obviously, yeah." So that's how that's come about, and I mean that's how most of the stuff comes about, because Eddie is like really good at his job. I mean, there's probably a lot of like other death metal bands that are just like, oh, for fuck's sake, Celestial Sanctuary on this show again. But you know, we got to take it while we can, you know.
And then obviously, so that's the start of next year. What are your plans then for the rest of next year? Have you got anything in the pipeline yet?
More tours. Hopefully, get to the States. We've got some festivals lined up, which we can't talk about right this minute.
Okay, that's fine.
When's this coming out?
Next couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. I better not, just in case, because we're under embargo. But yeah,
off the record.
Yeah. So we've got downloads coming up. Yeah. So yeah, we're really excited about that, and it should just be like, you know, playing to more people, playing different places. Like I say, hopefully get to the States, hopefully get to like Europe a bit more, and then just keep that momentum going.
Wow. And how do you adapt to playing like bigger venues like this? Do you have to get yourself mentally ready for playing a bigger stage?
Yeah, I think you do, just because like with a bigger stage, that usually means a better sound system. So that usually means like your parts are all like under a microscope a lot more. So it's almost like it's just that little bit more extra practice.
Yeah.
And as well, the thing that I try to do is like, it's so easy like when you're on stage to like get tunnel vision and forget where you are and not enjoy it at the time. So for me, like opportunities like this, I really sort of like have to step back and like enjoy it while we're doing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the smaller shows, it's kind of like we'll just sort of, the adrenaline will be flowing. You'll come off stage and be like, oh, that was sick, I think. Yeah, and then just move on. But yeah, so this one we very much like tried to process it, enjoy it a lot more.
And you certainly seem to enjoy yourself.
I loved it
today. Now, I wrote one quote down on your song, "Suffer Your Sentence."
Suffer Your Sentience.
Sentient. I just put fast and heavy as fuck.
Yeah, that'll do.
There you go.
Yeah.
That just sums up what I thought. I just thought the set was superb, absolutely excellent stuff.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm going to wrap. So I always try and end with one really stupid question. So who would be your dream band to support?
Metallica.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Metallica.
My favourite band.
Is it really?
Yeah, my favourite band. Yeah.
If I had to be specific, I would say 1991 Metallica.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Right, that's great. Well, thank you very much for your time. That's
Thank
really,
you very
really
much.
good.
I appreciate
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.